Okay, so finally, yeah, I know you haven't seen me in a while. It's been like 5 months since I've last uploaded, but Archived is finally re-releasing this week on Friday the 15th. I have no clue what time, so don't even ask me. And before we get into this video, keep in mind, I'm only going off the information me and my friend have been able to like scrape up. I don't have access or tester, hence why I haven't uploaded in literally 5 months. So this is pretty much, we know what the public knows, so don't expect everything new to be stated in this video, but this is a general consensus. And lastly, before we start, I'm a very small channel if you can't tell, and I've always had the goal of making hit to 1,000 subscribers. So if you're willing to help me out with one sub, it makes a huge difference. But on to the video. Okay, so firstly, the stuff I'm going to cover is just like the general new content, what you would expect with a content update that took this long. The categories you can expect some new content in is like there's going to be a few new mini bosses, I'm pretty sure. There's going to be some more basic enemies you are going to find naturally in the game or through contracts. You can also expect some new weapons and egos to be added to the game, and there is, well, if you combine the two, there's a few more ego weapons that you can extract, I'm pretty sure. Continuing off of that, there's probably some more outfits in the game. That's the only one I have not confirmed yet, but I'm just gonna assume it's a basic thing in the game. And even if there isn't, the outfits beforehand were good. So I'm pretty sure or not pretty sure. I know they're going to add some more skills and singularities to the game, unless the Trello is literally just spreading misinformation. And yeah, so you can expect all of that at like a bare minimum for this update. But let's move on to some more like specific niche kind of things being added in this. So first up for the niche stuff, I'm going to be talking about the boss changes and additions that are going to happen during this update. Well, first of all, there is two new high tier contracts that you can get at grade 5 from the Hannah Association according to the Trello. And these seem to be like mini bosses that you can go around and find on the map, such as areas like the Darius, I'm pretty sure is where one of them spawns, and you just go and kill these guys for good XP, and I'm pretty sure they have specific drops you can get from them. And so yeah, it's just a new form of contract you can do, get some spicing into your gameplay. And while we're still on the topic of bosses, library seems to be much easier now because I'm pretty sure Gebra is now separate and is its own boss, like Roland, where the second phase boss is not included in the normal boss, and you would have to have like an item requirement to fight the second phase of Gebra, which means if you like the challenge, well, that sucks for you. Just you have to kind of go get the item. But for everyone else who did not like having to fight second phase Gebra, it should be much easier to solo library now. Secondly, if you've seen anything about this new update, that big elephant in the room is definitely the entire new grading system they have, where it's still based upon grades 1 through 9, but for each grade, uh, to my knowledge, you have to perform like a task, I think at the Hannah Association or somewhere. Like for example, I'm pretty sure some of them are like obbies or like maybe finding something. I don't quite know. I haven't looked into it too much. But to grade up each time, you're going to have to perform a task, and they get harder the higher grade you get. I'm likely going to try to make a guide on this first of anything, and I hopefully can get that out by Friday or Saturday. So expect that if you do want to watch more content from me. Um, but I know some of the higher grade ones can be very tedious. Like the obby for grade 1 just looks plain out like bullshit, but hopefully it's not. Now, the new thing they're adding that I don't quite understand the best, I understand this the least of any of the new stuff, I'm pretty sure, is the new Shin and Mang systems that they're adding. If I butchered that and you're from like the Project Moon community, my bad. Just like yell at me at the comments. Go ahead. But from my knowledge, how this works is you obtain the ability to activate Shin through uh, using a fixer's note and watching one of your office members die. Then you have to press like Control G, I think, to sacrifice Sanity to charge to at least 50 Shin to activate Meng, where anytime you use a dice roll, it will half your current Shin. The Meng system activates yellow rings around your weapon, which will give you more damaging M1s and skills, and you can obtain more rings for bigger bonuses and damage by completing quest lines in the game. And there's also an entire new stat for this called the Shin Affinity, which will make it easier to activate Shin Meng, and it will make it more powerful as well. Moving on to egos, they work pretty similar to how they did beforehand, with only some small changes, such as having to obtain them in Night in the Backstreet, I'm pretty sure. And I'm pretty sure we finally understand their cooldown system, where they have a 1 hour cooldown. So it finally explains why we could never seem to activate them actually during the game beforehand. And while we're on the topic of Night in the Backstreets, it seems to have gotten some change itself, primarily being the sweepers added to it, which I think can appear in two forms. One is like a rush where you have to dodge out of it or it will like kill you, I'm pretty sure. And then I think it also can just they can spawn as NPCs that will aggress you during Night in the Backstreets, but I'm pretty sure they're not going to be too bad, hopefully. So that's going to be it for this video. Hopefully you enjoy this. First time I've uploaded in a hot minute. Hopefully you're excited for the game as I am, and I hope you will watch more of my content when it does release. Please like and subscribe if you like. Goodbye.